My friends, the good thing is this: our God is the God of all religion. Yes, you can hear me. Our God is the God of all religion. Jesus went to the cross. He died for every man, irrespective of your religion, irrespective of your faith. He died for you. The Bible says, all have sinned and have come short of the glory of God. The Bible says, while we are yet sinners, Christ died for us. The Bible says, for God so loved the world. For God so loved the world. He didn't say, for God so loved certain religion. For God so loved certain churches. For God so loved certain mosques. He said, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever that believeth in him will never perish, but we have everlasting life. My brother, my sisters, Jesus went to the cross and died for the sins of the world. The men who are coming to this world, those who have left this world, and those who are yet to come, Jesus died for all of them. My brother, my sisters, he died for the sins of the world. Jesus died for the sins of the world. He's the God of all man. He's the God of all religion. The Bible says in the book of Acts, chapter 10, verse 34, the Bible says, then Peter began to speak. He said, I now realize how true it is that God does not show favoritism. Your pastor can favor you over another person. Your employer can favor one person over the other. Even you can be tempted to favor one person over the other. But you know what? Our God does not do favorism. Our God is a God of all. And you know what? Even Peter, it took a while for Peter to realize this. Peter, who was with Jesus, who walked with Jesus, it took a while for Peter to realize this. And he says, then Peter began to speak. He said, I now realize how true it is. Probably he doubted it before. How true it is that God does not show favoritism. In chapter 35 he says, but I say from every nation, the one who fears him and does what is right. God has no color. God has no religion. God has no race. God has no ethnic coloration. God has no language. God is one. He is the God of all. He is the God of all religion. My brother, my sisters, his love is equal. He is impartial God. He never take one the other and prefer one over the other. He likes every man equally, because all men were created in his own image. My sisters, even you carry the image of God. You are a carrier. You carry the image of Jesus. Every one of us, we carry the image of God. You are created in the very image of Jesus. You and I were created in his image. My brother, my sisters, you're created in the image of God. It has no favoritism. God has no religion. He's a God of all religion. He's a God of all religion. The only thing that matters is the separation between the light and darkness. God is telling you to jump out of darkness and jump into light. God is telling you, avoid darkness, come to light. That is what matters to God. This is what matters to God. This is what matters. The difference between the sheep and the goats. And the Bible says, if you confess with your mouth and believe in your heart that Jesus is Lord and that God has raised him from the dead, you will be saved. My brother, my sister, you will be saved. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever that believeth in him will never perish, but we have everlasting life. What matters is the relationship you have with Jesus. That is all that matters. All that matters is the relationship you have with Jesus. And Jesus said, love the Lord your God with all your strength, with all your might, with all your heart, with all your soul. Love Jesus with everything you have got. Our God has no religion. Jesus has no religion. He has no color. He is the God of all. My brother, my sisters, he's knocking at the door of your hearts. Jesus is the one and the only true God. Only Jesus saves. He's knocking at the door of your heart. Submit to the Lord Almighty.